Okay. Bye, Trixie. Are you coming back? Are you coming back? Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. Did it start? Hang on. Whoop. Whoop. It's going the wrong way. Hang on. Ah, there's me. Okay. Okay. I think we're here. Hi, everybody. Wait a minute. Trixie, come here. Where are you going? Oh, the dog's skittish. Okay. Well, the people say hi anyway. We're off to a good start here on a Sunday, y'all. Good Lord. Okie dokie. Well, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? It's a lovely Sunday here. I even have my my window open. How about that? It is lovely here today. Megan and I are going to get out a little bit later on and enjoy the lovely weather and just enjoy ourselves. So who all do we have here today? A bunch of folks. Let's see. Steven's here. There's Dustin, XBIA. There's Heidi. Jeff is here from Colorado. Ricky's here. Let's see, Andrew's here from Kentucky. Ray is here from Philly. Soggy's here. Matt's here from England. Sheila's here. There's Bill. Manhattan Mike is here. There is Kelly. Kelly wants to say hi to Trixie. Trixie, where'd you go? Hang on a second. Talk amongst yourselves. There you are. Yeah. For those that just tuned in, you're going to think this is riveting. This is riveting. We get to take a peek at Doug's background here. But yeah, here's Trixie. Here's Trixie. Say hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. She got groomed recently, and she is having a good old time, aren't you? Yep. Yep. You're pretty good. That's right. Okay. All right. Whoop. No, don't start typing. You're gonna mess me up. She's wonderful, isn't she? Yeah, we need a Trixie cam, Margaret, don't we? Yeah, she looks really excited, right, Soggy? She was in here earlier. I've got the futon, the seating over here, and she's got a little pillow type thing that she can get up on and rest. So she was on that earlier, and when I got going, she's like, "All right, bye." She's like, she knows now when I start talking and I'm sitting here and I'm doing stuff that she's like, "Yeah, I should go somewhere else. Daddy's working," right? So there you go. You got your Trixie fix today. Oh, you're back. Actually, if I can do this right, there she is. Are you finding your spot? There you are. There's my yellow jacket. Well, there she goes. Okay, well. Oh well. Now I gotta make sure that I'm back in frame. Y'all, I gotta make sure that I'm back in frame because I got rid of that. I'm gonna go to my YouTube here, and I'm gonna go to my channel, and I'm gonna make sure, there I am, it's going. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm gonna move it a little bit that way. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Trixie, we're gonna just do our live stream if that's okay with you. Okay. 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 We have her approval. So, we are here. We are here. Let's see, who else has popped in here besides everybody that I said before? There's Sander and Last Poet. There's Johan. There's Turbo. Jim is here. Rock and roll, friends. Okay, so it's been a really lovely last several days here in Daily Doug World. It's been really fun because I've started on doing another Iron Maiden album. I'm halfway through it, so that's coming up tomorrow. Second half of Iron Maiden. We started this past week with some Sleep Token. We listened to The Summoning, and I had told the Sleep Token fans that I would get back to some of their back catalog once the new album came out, and I made good on my progress. We got to The Summoning, which was a song from their previous album that a bunch of people had asked me to get to, so that is available for all of y'all. We took a look at some music from a brand new game, brand new online, all of the platforms I think have it, but Claire Obscure Expedition 33, a brand new game that came out about a month ago, and I absolutely love the music, y'all. It's from a French developer, and the music is really taking French melody and art song as an inspiration, and it's absolutely breathtaking. Just beautiful music. Even if you're not into the gaming, take a look at that one, y'all, that we did on Wednesday. We heard 5 short pieces from the soundtrack. Trixie, quit quit thumping, quit thumping. I'm doing a live stream over here. Okay? She's like, I heard my name. I heard my name. Am I doing it? No, now she's going to go back to bed. Okay. Then on Thursday, Thursday, I released an interview that I got to do with the members of the prog rock band Nectar. We haven't done a much of their music here on the channel, and quite frankly, I need to get to the second half of one of their classic albums here to finish it up. But it was suggested to me that I chat with them. They recently did a tour, and they've got a new album out called Mission to Mars, and we touched base, and it worked that I could talk to 3 of their members via Zoom, and that happened, and it was a wonderful conversation that I had with Mo and with Rich and with Marianne. They were quite fun. So take a look at that one if you would like. That is available. And then on Friday, friends, we ended the week by listening to Somewhere in Time, Side 1 from Iron Maiden, one of their classic albums from the mid to, I think, 86, as I recall. We listened to Side 1, and it just kicked my butt, y'all. It was a really great side of music. 4 classic songs from Iron Maiden, and a bunch of y'all have been watching that. Up the irons, y'all. Thank you very much for that. So tomorrow, we're going to get right back at it. Normally, I wait until the next month to, after I do a side 1 reaction, I'll do the side 2 in a week or 2, or even the next month. Well, I did it on Friday, and by the time we get to tomorrow, it is a new month. We're in June now, so I thought, let's go ahead and do it, y'all. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to do Somewhere in Time, side 2 tomorrow. I have not yet recorded that one, but we're going to get to it very soon, and I'm looking forward to it. Trixie is going to check on Megan. So, for those of y'all that are worried about Trixie, Matt says, does Trixie want to be a drummer? Well, she definitely does thump when she gets excited. So, maybe. Ray's telling me to tell him about fan favorites. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that as well. We finished up yesterday the whole month of May with our Metal May countdown, our second one. This is our fan favorites, where I asked folks to put in their favorite metal songs that I have not yet heard, and we had 9 tracks that were from all different time periods. We had the 70s, we had the 70s, we had the 80s, we had the 90s, we had the 2000s, we had the 2010s, songs from all of those different decades, and a lot of variety within the metal genre itself. So that was quite good. We had a couple of Black Sabbath tunes, we had some Opeth, we had some Deep Purple, we had some, what else? I need to bring it up so I remember everything. In the meantime, Matt's asking, are you going to the Dream Theater fall tour? That's my plan. I think we might even be going to the very first concert of the tour, which is in Reading, PA. That I've got my eye on. Let me see. The fan favorites that just came out yesterday. Yeah, System of a Down, Gojira, Steve Vai, some Motorhead, some Black Sabbath, Opeth, some Fates Warning, and some Deep Purple, all in one countdown. It was a lot of fun to do, and I am still here. Y'all, I am still here. I made it through, and it's going to be wonderful to share those with y'all. I think we'll have occasionally some of those individual songs pop in on Mondays throughout the rest of the year, as I need to take a break occasionally on a Monday and have a fill in for a Metal Monday. Really great stuff. Let's see. Let's see. What else are y'all talking about here? Thank you, Fooney. Fooney's halfway through the episode. He says, great stuff so far. Fooney is the one that suggested Gojira, and I really enjoyed that one. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Hi, Lefe. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah. So that's available. The fan favorites is available on our Patreon. Join us, friends, over there. We always have a good time. And coming up this week on the Patreon, for the very first time in our Extended Play Lounge series, I'm going to be listening to a Beatles album. How about that? We are getting to our 93rd album, 93rd episode of the Extended Play Lounge. I have not yet listened to a Beatles album with all of y'all. Now, the Beatles, this is a band that we all relatively know, right? And I've got some great Beatles albums out that are some of my favorites. I mean, Abbey Road, I've listened to that one, so I did not put it in the poll. Revolver, I know that one, so I did not put it in the poll. Let It Be, I know that one, I did not put it in the poll. Those are the three albums from the Beatles that I personally know the best. And so I put up some different ones that I can listen to based on y'all's suggestions and continue my education in the Beatles. And so far, y'all are going with Sergeant Pepper's. That's what's leading the poll so far. I've not listened to all of Sergeant Pepper's. That's why it's in the poll, y'all. So that's there. The White Album is also up for grabs, and I can't remember what else. Rubber Soul is also in the running, but right now Sergeant Pepper's is winning. Dustin's asking, were copyrights relaxed? Since I'm doing this on my Patreon, I don't have to worry about the copyright as much because it's shared behind a paywall. The video is going to be hosted on a platform that's other than YouTube, so I think that will be okay to share that one with everybody over on Patreon this week. I'm excited about it. What's up, Brett? Thank you for that. Little super chat. I'm going to heart that. Wonderful. What are you saying here? Just wanted to express my gratitude to you. My wife is recovering from brain surgery for epilepsy, and your content always makes her smile. Spiral out. That's a Tool reference. Brett, thank you, my friend, and much love to you and your wife. I'm happy that folks find the content that we do here as something that can be pleasurable and entertaining to watch and be a part of. Yeah, Ruth, Ruth says, I'm amazed you have not heard all of Sergeant Pepper. I am of a generation when I got to learn the Beatles, I didn't learn them by their albums. I learned them by the individual songs that came up in playlists. So it's been relatively recently that I've even listened to an album side, let alone an entire album on my own time, of the Beatles. And I got Abbey Road, and it's wonderful. And I think the first album that I actually got from the Beatles was Let It Be, but it was the version Let It Be Naked, right? Without, that was kind of stripped down without all of the added stuff in. And I actually prefer that recording to the original one. But Let It Be and Abbey Road, and then Revolver, since our friend Tom sent Revolver to us. I've got this back here, y'all. Maybe I can move this around. I've got Nightwish, Yesterwind out right now. I've been listening to that. I've got John Petrucci's solo album, Terminal Velocity, out. Been listening to some guitar. And here's this beautiful Revolver special edition, y'all. It's got everything in here. I mean, good Lord. It's so cool. The whole book. We got the book. We got one LP. We got more stuff in here with gatefolds and all sorts of great stuff. Tom was an amazing friend and sent this in here. And yeah, it's got extra versions of everything here. There is an actual, like the actual original thing, you know, but they've got a lot of extra stuff in here, and it's just remarkable. It's just a remarkable collection. So that's why I keep it out over there. Now you can see what's behind there. Some CDs, some DVDs. I've got my book of Robert Frost poetry, always good, right? So that is what's hanging out in the background there. I'm just going to leave that stuff out for now. Yeah, it's wonderful. So that's why Revolver is not on the list for our patrons to vote on this week. There's been a few people that go, I wanted Revolver. Why not? That's why. I've heard it. I have it, and it's wonderful. But you know, if y'all are really into going back and enjoying some Beatles albums together, even if I've heard them before, I think we can do that in the coming months. Because it would be fun to just go back and just, hey, let's take a stroll through the studio albums of the Beatles, just because they're the studio albums of the Beatles, and we should, you know, that would be fun. But for this week, we've got those three that are really vying for it. I've also got A Hard Day's Night and Help in the mix, but those are not competing with the other three right now. And it looks like Sgt. Pepper's is going to be it. And I do not mind that one bit. It'll be a lot of fun to take a look at. XBI, is there a stereo version too? Yeah, there is. It's really great. It's really wonderful. Yeah. Okay, so what else do we have this week? I told you about Iron Maiden. We've got Somewhere in Time, Side 2, coming up tomorrow. And of that side, I only have heard Alexander the Great previously. Actually, I heard that on the channel way back, early on. I think it was even before episode 100 that we heard that one. That was back in 2021. So it's been a long time since I've heard Alexander the Great. And I don't think I've heard anything else from that side of that album. And a whole bunch of people watched side 1, are continuing to watch side 1 from Friday, and they keep telling me, just wait till you get to side 2. That'll be tomorrow. It'll be great. And I'm excited to get to that one. The Beatles album will drop on Tuesday. On Wednesday, here on YouTube, I am going to do an episode that pays tribute to Rick Derringer, a great musician, guitarist, and singer and songwriter who passed away last week. We're going to take a look at a few of his classic tunes that he was involved with. Right now, I am planning to do Hang On Sloopy, which his band, the McCoys, was their very first single, and I believe it went to #1 on the charts, and I think I know that one from the past.
Sloopy, hang on.
There's Megan. She
Hi.
says, Sloopy, hang on. We're also going to do Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, that I believe came from his first...
Hoochie Coo.
Thank you, Megan.
I'll shut up.
I believe came from his first solo album, right? So we're going to pay tribute to Rick Derringer. Is there any other Rick Derringer stuff that I should do besides those two were the ones that really popped in my head? XBIA says he worked with Edgar Winter.
Yes.
I hadn't known that.
Yep.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, we're going to pay tribute to Rick Derringer. We do these rest in peace episodes occasionally when some of our musical heroes pass away, and sometimes I can get to it in a timely manner. Other times I'm not, but I think we're going to be able to pay tribute to Rick this week. So look for that on Wednesday.
Did you see where Dustin Carpenter said that he also played on Weird Al albums?
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Chris says if you watch the live video to Frankenstein, you can see Rick Derringer playing guitar. Well, there you go. Well, maybe I'll find something with Weird Al in it that's got Rick in it. Either way, we're going to have some fun listening to some classic music from Rick Derringer and say thank you to Rick for his contributions to our musical smorgasbord of titles, right?
I'll never hear the word smorgasbord without hearing the way you used to, like, talking about your dad going, smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord. Yeah.
Sorry.
That means there's a bunch of food out and it's all up for grabs. May the fastest person win, right? Yeah. Cool. So I'm not doing a video on Thursday, but I am doing one on Friday, and it's going to be another Masterpiece Friday, and I was trying to figure out how to continue this great momentum that we have. A whole bunch of people have been watching the Claire Obscure Expedition 33 video from Wednesday. A whole bunch more people are watching our Iron Maiden video from Friday. We're going to continue up Iron Maiden on Monday. We've got Rick Derringer on Wednesday, the Beatles on Tuesday, and Led Zeppelin is coming back to the channel on Friday, y'all. And I decided that we're going to go back to the beginning. Side 1, Led Zeppelin 1. I'm starting at the beginning. And you know, a few years ago, when we decided that we were going to start doing some Led Zeppelin reactions, and I went to the Patreon and I put up, all right, which album do I start with? I was planning to start with Led Zeppelin 1, and they picked Houses of the Holy first. So I have done some albums and some music from Led Zeppelin, but I have not gone in order. I want to go back to the beginning, and we're going to do side 1 from Zeppelin 1. Good Times, Bad Times, which Megan tells me I've heard, but I don't recall. Another song called Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You.
You heard it in what's that name of that movie on Netflix? Ryan Reynolds and the younger where he plays him and
the Adam Project?
The Adam Project. That song appears in that movie.
Okay.
When they're in the backyard, he and the kid and fighting the bad guys, and his wife comes walking.
Zoe Saldana comes in, right?
When she comes in, that's when that song starts up.
Well, they don't tell you that.
Good times, bad
They don't tell you what the song
times,
is.
No, well, they do in the end credits.
Well,
that's that song. But you've never you've only heard it in that context, so.
Let's put it this way. I have not done a reaction video to it yet. Good Times, Bad Times starts us out, and then Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, and then You Shook Me, and then Dazed and Confused. We will, that's one that I did take a look at, I think a couple years ago now.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to that one. So that'll be side 1 of a Masterpiece Friday. Led Zeppelin 1, side 1 is coming up Friday. I'll end up doing side 2 the following Friday. So that's going to be our next few Fridays. And I'm just excited about all of it. I mean, take a look at this week.
Margaret.
Y'all are so married. What gave it away? What gave it away? Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. So, I mean, come on, y'all. It's a hell of a week. Iron Maiden the Beatles, Rick Derringer, and Led Zeppelin.
Woo!
It's going to be some rockin' music this week. Some rockin' music. And I need to tell y'all that we have a music club. Ray's been alluding to it here in the chat. We have a music club coming up at 2 o'clock over on our Discord. And this one's going to be cool.
2 o'clock Eastern, we should say.
Yeah, 2 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
So in about 30 minutes, 35 minutes from now, it'll be starting. And this one is an audience participation. So come one, come all, and share your songs. The theme, let's see. Ben One Eye is the person who is organizing this. And he says, in many countries, June 1st is observed as International Children's Day. That's today. And he felt that it would be wonderful to celebrate this year with a music club event. He's saying, please bring your favorite songs that have childhood as a theme. Songs that celebrate childhood or songs that celebrate specific children as individuals. And then Megan asked him for some further clarification. And in Ben's words, he says, we're wanting to hear songs that speak of childhood in a celebratory, positive way, or songs that are written about or in celebration of individual children, such as artists' sons and daughters, and so on.
Here.
Yeah, that's going to be good. I'm trying to think of what I might put in there.
Let me give you, I did a search for here, scroll through this.
Oh, Megan did a search. Stevie Wonder, Isn't She Lovely? Talking about the birth of his daughter. Billy Joel's Lullaby, talking about his daughter, Alexa Ray. John Lennon's Beautiful Boy. Could work, right? Paul Simon, Father and Daughter. James Taylor's Sweet Baby James.
Cat Stevens, Father and Son.
Yeah. Yeah, how about that? Crosby, Stills and Nash, Teach Your Children Well.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Cats in the Cradle. Look at that.
Yeah, there's all kinds. Hey Jude.
Yeah, even Hey Jude could work. Papa, can you hear me?
ABBA, Slipping Through My Fingers.
Slipping through my fingers all
there's all
the
kinds
time.
of. Oh, Eric Whitaker, Good Night Moon. This is like maybe it's a choral setting.
That's a
of
choral
a children's
setting.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Cohn has a beautiful song on childhood and on parenthood. Really, the things we've handed down is a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loudon Wainwright III. The song "Daughter." That's my daughter in the water. It's a good song.
You better rescue her before she drowns.
Oh, stop. Or even this isn't children, but I also thought of the Beach Boys. Wouldn't it be nice? That's more teenagery though, but
Yeah.
I guess that kind of works.
Well, Jack and Diane would be like a teenage thing.
True.
Tommy used to work on the docks. Right? That's a teenage thing.
Does Three Little Birds work? Like Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. I mean,
I don't know.
Kind of.
I don't know.
It could be.
Jeff's got Johnny Cash's A Boy Named Sue.
Oh, yeah.
How do you do? Bonnie Raitt's Baby Mine. That's great, Margaret.
Oh, Rod Stewart, Forever Young.
Forever Young's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got lots of options, and this is going to be community driven. So Ben's not bringing a ton of stuff. We're gonna fill in the bot and add our own songs in that theme and listen to some great music together. It's gonna be fun.
What was the song that our friend Wendy asked you to put in the little graduation ceremony?
Oh,
for
good Lord.
Cherry Tree Club? Do you remember that song? I can't remember now. It's one that was on the radio.
Now I can't remember. Yeah.
John Lennon, Beautiful Boy. Did you say that already?
I did. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of great fodder for us, and that's what I like about these music clubs. Sometimes it's folks bringing in some music that they want to share specifically with all of us, and sometimes it's just, hey, let's celebrate a particular theme or a genre or an idea and share some music and see if we might learn some music that other people know that we might not. And it's going to be a lovely interactive thing that we're going to be doing. It starts in about half an hour. Anything from the Muppets? We could maybe.
Oh, that would be fun.
Thinking
the
the Muppets maybe would be fun.
There may be like stuff from Sesame Street even, because I mean that kind. It's not specifically a, a thing where you're playing like songs you heard as a child,
Mm-hmm.
but there is crossover there because there are songs we listened to when we were kids that are made for kids that celebrate childhood. Like so. I think there's crossover
Ray's
there.
going. He wants to do his own Sesame Street event. Yeah,
That
there's
would be so much fun.
yeah. Papa
Yeah.
Don't Preach. That's a good one. XBIA. And there's
I don't
Strange
know that
Man.
that celebrates. I don't know.
Maybe
That's
Strange Man at 518. Thank you for the super chat. What are you saying here? I
yeah. That's awesome.
would
Thank
love to
you.
see you do some Queens of the Stone Age. You know I've
Oh
heard of them.
yeah.
I've heard of them, but I don't think I know any of their music.
Songs for the Deaf is probably their best album. That's good to know. Thank you. Oh, Fraggle Rock songs.
Fraggle Rock.
Oh,
Down
Movie
at
Blues
Fraggle
to Our
Rock.
Children's Children album. I
Yep.
wonder what is songs from that.
I've taken a look at that
Yeah,
album.
you have.
Mm. Wonderful. So join us, y'all. Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock, yes.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah, that'll be fun. Hey, Gary. Greetings from Scotland.
Scotland.
Scotland. Scotland.
Doug, we're dying to go to Scotland. Like we're dying to go.
I might stay there.
Seriously though.
I might. If I ever get to Scotland, I might just stay there.
We gotta figure
Gary,
out a way
give me just get your guest room ready.
We need an immigration attorney to help us make that happen.
Yeah.
Because in a heartbeat, we would go.
That's a good one. Magico, Iron Maiden's Children of the Damned. Margaret is saying Hell is for Children.
Yeah.
Right, that was Pat Benatar.
Yeah.
Yeah? Wow, yeah, I remember. Even Ray suggested Luca that we did on the channel now back in, was that last month? Maybe it's been April.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been April since that. Wow. But yeah, that talks.
It's a moving song.
It's a more difficult subject matter, but yeah, it's true. On things that happen in childhood.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, Ben's there in the chat. What's up, Ben? Still thinking we should keep it positive this time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
Yeah, keeping it positive. I honestly, Turbo, I think School's Out works great. Like that feeling of. I remember singing that as a kid with my friends walking home from school after the last day of school, and we were like walking down the street, singing School's Out. It was great.
Well,
I think it totally works.
It's the 1st of June now, so
celebration.
Summertime. It's on, y'all. Yeah.
No more teachers, no more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks.
Yeah. Stephen is saying if you did move over here to Scotland with your qualifications, it wouldn't be too hard for you to get a job here. I have a job.
Well, yeah, but I think you could do a church job anywhere.
I could.
So
I would love to get back in teaching.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, work at a university.
You know, one of my good friend Paul Mueller is a professor at Aberdeen.
Actually, yeah, is he still?
I think so. Or maybe he's retired from doing that and he's writing full time.
There was a controversy too, but yeah. I don't remember what.
So join us for our music club here at 2:00 here in a little bit less than half an hour. That's going to be fun.
Smoking in the boys'
Oh boy.
Oh, Belfast Child.
That's a good one. Yeah. What's the Elton John tune?
Oh.
The Greatest Discovery.
The Greatest Discovery. Oh, that's beautiful.
What a great song that is.
Yeah.
This is
You'll Be Blessed.
Brand new brother.
It makes me cry every time. You'll Be Blessed, Elton John. You'll be blessed.
Yeah.
You'll have the best, I promise you that.
Ray, I told him the music club is on our Discord. You got to be a patron, but anybody who's a patron, even at the lowest tier, has full access to our Discord.
Yes.
So come one, come all.
Yeah,
It's going to be
just
fun.
visit patreon.com/Doug Helvering.
That's the way you do it.
And like Doug said, you have Discord access on any of the Patreon tiers. It's true. And we'll be starting our hangout over on Discord
in a few minutes.
In about 25 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Gary. I'm in Glasgow. We're always looking for music teachers. You know.
Oh.
I'm just going to start.
I mean, seriously.
I'm just going to start sending my curriculum vitae over to some European universities.
I think that's a great idea.
That'd be fun. I'd love to be back in the classroom.
Yeah,
I love doing this too, y'all. This is like a virtual classroom, but those of you that are on here that know me, you know this. I love teaching. Yeah. Nothing gives me joy like teaching and sharing ideas and sharing knowledge and learning new stuff.
You were born to teach, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do we have this week? Let me remind you, and then I'm going to get a refill on my coffee, and I'm going to take Trixie for a quick walk, and then we're going to be ready to do join in with the rest of the community here at 2 for our music club. Tomorrow, friends, Metal Monday. It's a Maiden Monday. We're finishing up somewhere in time. It's side 2. We're going to hear all of that side, including Alexander the Great, and I'm really excited about finishing that up. We have an ongoing poll over on Patreon. Our next Extended Play Lounge full album listen is going to be a Beatles album, and right now, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is in the lead. If you are a Patreon member, go vote and make your voice heard. On Wednesday, we are going to be looking at music from Rick Derringer, who sadly has recently passed away. We're going to be paying tribute to him and thanking him for his music. And then on Friday, we're diving into Led Zeppelin's debut album, and we're going to be listening to side 1 of Zeppelin 1. What do you got? Oh, that's great, Turbo. Turbo says, if it helps, Doug, I feel like I've learned a lot about music from this channel. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. I try to use language here that kind of fits into what I would use when I'm teaching undergraduates. Okay? I am not trying to talk down to you. I'm using language that I would use with music students who are at the undergraduate level. I'm not normally talking about higher level concepts and like graduate stuff, right? I'm leaving that out. It's a little more obtuse. But, you know, if you start learning and hearing the terms and how they're applied, that's just a way for us to use language to describe as accurately as we can what the music is doing. And for me, it's with the goal of trying to determine in my own mind how the music works, why it works, and how and why it connects with us. Am I back? Am I back? Smack the mic, y'all.
You're back.
Okay. Hope so. Good. All right. Anyway, well, it looks like it's about out of juice anyway. So I'm going to, while okay, I plugged it in for 5 seconds.
Here comes the cane.
Ray, the built-in mic sucks. Right? That's why I'm using this. It's going to go away. So I'm going to say bye, y'all, before this goes away again. So thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
Love y'all.
Okay?
Much love.
Much love. Peace. I don't know. Love. I don't know. All right.